This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. You saw me unboxing, if you saw the video, on Thursday, you'll have seen me unboxing this guitar. It is one of the brand new range of guitars from Fazley, which is the in-house brand of the music retailer Bax Music. They've got two new ranges of guitars, the Outlaw series and the Sunset series, and this is one of the Outlaws. It is specifically the Outlaw Coyote SS Plus model. Bax Music have sent me 3 guitars to review. I haven't bought them, no money has changed hands, I don't get to keep the guitars, and I'm not getting paid to make this video, and all opinions are my own. I'll tell you all about what those opinions of this guitar are right after we've heard it in a mix. Here it is. And as always, there is a full tab for that piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and a jam track for you to play along with for yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address on screen and the link is down in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these extra additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive heartfelt thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below. Now then, a little bit of housekeeping before we move on. The guitar tones you heard there were courtesy of my Marshall DSL-1 combo, mic'd up with the Behringer B906 microphone. The majority of the tones were coming from the classic gain channel, where I habitually just wind the volume all the way up and control the sort of clean and dirty from the guitar's volume control. This guitar is very good for being able to do that. I say the majority of the tones were coming from those settings. That final solo at the end there, I was on those settings on the ultra gain channel. And just to give it just to see how this guitar handles a bit of gain, and it seemed to cope pretty well, it has to be said. Yes, so let's talk about what this guitar's got going on. I'll put a link to the full spec down in the description. It's not an affiliate link or a sponsored link or anything like that. It is just a link to this guitar on the Bax Music website. So if I could just butt in here for a second, I've been editing the video together and realised I forgot to go through the weights and measures for the guitar, you know, the nut width, neck profiles, all that sort of stuff. So let's have a quick look at those and then we'll get back to the main video. The weight of the guitar is 4.04 kilos, which comes out at about 8.9 pounds. It's a very comfortable weight. It's not overly heavy like the Artist TC59, which is a great guitar, great budget Telecaster if you like humbucker equipped Telecasters, but dear me, it's a boat anchor of a weight is that guitar. Doesn't make a lot of difference to me because I play sat down most of the time, but this one, again with an ash body like the Artist guitar, is much more comfortable for playing on a strap. Nut width of 42mm, there's your 1st and 12th fret neck profiles, and quite a vintage set of pickup readings in terms of DC resistance. You've got 5.51k on the bridge, 4.86k on the neck, and 2.6 in the middle position. So there you go. Those are the weights and measures that I forgot to include when I was doing the main part of the video. Now let's get back to that main part of the video. Yeah, let's talk about what we got going on here. We have an ash body and a roasted maple neck. We have Wilkinson hardware. I forgot to mention this in the unboxing video, but if I just hold this guitar up there, you can possibly see the Wilkinson logo on the bridge there, just behind the pickup. So Wilkinson hardware, and the finish on the body is like it's not a paint, it's not some kind of lacquer or anything like that. It's a hand rubbed stain, and I got to tell you, it gives a really sort of nice woody tactile feel to it. Makes the guitar feel a lot more expensive than the £149 that this guitar is going to cost you, which also, by the way, includes that usual you know, kind of cheap lead that you're probably not going to use, but it does have, you know, a gig bag, not a kind of fantastically padded gig bag like you get with a, you know, a PRS or a Fender or something like that, but it is a means of transporting the guitar around, and you know, a gig bag basically. The pickups are I'm not sure if I'm allowed to mention the name of the pickups because they're not listed in the spec, but having a little bit of back and forth with the chap from Bax Music, Rick, he tells me that they are OEM pickups made by a well-known pickup manufacturer. It's, you know, they're basically, if I was to mention the name, which I won't because I'm not sure I'm allowed to, they are a brand that you will have heard of. So, and didn't they sound good in that little clip there? Straight out of the box, as you saw in the unboxing video on Thursday, there was a little bit of setup work needed. The action was quite high, which was as a result of there being virtually no kind of tension in the truss rod at all. It really did need kind of, you know, some, you know, kind of tightening basically, and the bridge saddles were too high. But having adjusted it down to, you know, a nice slinky low action, you know, it plays absolutely fine. No fret buzz, no choking off, nothing like that. And it's worthwhile mentioning as well, I didn't really notice this on the unboxing video, the first impressions, because it was just first impressions, but the fretboard edges are slightly rolled as well. So, you know, a roasted maple neck with Wilkinson hardware and an ash body with a rubbed stain finish and rolled fretboard edges for £149. I mean, come on, you know, it's that's got to be worth checking out, at least if you know, you're into Telecaster style guitars. As I said earlier, it's got a very kind of woody tactile finish. It's the guitar that you want to kind of keep on picking up because it's just such a pleasant playing experience. It plays effortlessly. You know, all that kind of, I'm not plugged in at the moment, but all that kind of slithery legato-y kind of stuff that I seem to end up doing in pretty much every piece of music I put together, that sort of stuff just tumbles effortlessly out of the fingers, and it's, you know, it's a guitar that wants you to play it. Do you know what I mean? It's got that sort of inviting kind of feel about it, for me anyway, because, you know, I like I think it's a 12-inch fretboard radius. I know that won't be to everybody's tastes, but I like that kind of flat fingerboard radius. People say that it inhibits you getting your thumb round the top for all of that kind of stuff, but it doesn't seem to inhibit me. I just like the nice flat surface there to play on. And incidentally, you can hear how loud this guitar is acoustically, which if you are a Tonewood subscriber, if you subscribe to that theory, then that will tell you that it bodes well for a plugged-in tone. I'm not going to get into that, but, you know, if that is your opinion, then, you know, and you like a loud, resonant, acoustic sound from your electric guitar, this guitar definitely delivers it. As I say, I like the flat neck fretboard radius. I also like the 22 frets. Again, it's going to kind of not be the kind of thing that the vintage purists are going to want to see, but then again, you know, the vintage purists aren't probably going to like this. It's I think it's listed as black, this colour, but for me it looks more like a sort of you know, a dark emerald green, this stain finish, and I really do like it. I think it gives the guitar something of an authoritative look. And, you know, the other thing I like about this guitar are the tones from these OEM pickups that I'm not going to mention the name of. I just think it gives a kind of a fat, authoritative take on the type of sounds that you expect from this style of guitar. And, you know, well, you heard in that mix there, it handled gain really well, and that sort of crunchy power chord thing that I did on the beginning, you know, it was unmistakably Telecaster-ish, but it had a kind of grit and balls to it that was very much to my liking. The obvious comparison you would make with this guitar is of the Harley Benton TE62, the CCDR, that Harley Benton TE62 CCDR, which I reviewed a few weeks ago, the one that my student Tim had bought. And when I was talking about that guitar, which also has a roasted maple neck, oh, and this one's got a Graphtec Tusk nut, by the way, need to mention that. When I was talking about that guitar, I was saying, yeah, it's a lovely guitar. It's possibly everything you're going to need from a Telecaster, but I didn't like the 21 fret neck. And, you know, had to replace the bridge saddles with some that were a little bit more intonatable. I think I put Wilkinson brass compensated saddles on that, but this, as you can see, you got the 6 individual saddles, and, you know, eminently intonatable. And, you know, so it seems, and I said when I was reviewing that guitar, well, if it wasn't for these kind of things like the 21 fret neck and, you know, and the bridge saddles, I might get one of these and it might be a keeper. Well, you know, I sort of maybe I spoke too soon, because this guitar is basically, you know, all of the things fixed on that Harley Benton that I was saying would make it not the guitar for me. So is this the guitar for me? Well, as I said, this guitar, like the others that have been sent by Bax Music, it is on loan, but I do have the option to buy it if I want, and I'm going to give that some serious thought. You know, it might just be a keeper, this one. I'm going to have to give that a coat of thinking, but don't be surprised if this one, you know, in future videos you see it, you know, appear on the wall there behind me, you know, having you know, decided to become a keeper. So there you go. That is my review and demo of the Fazley Outlaw Coyote SS Plus model. Make of it what you will. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative in some small way, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? Don't forget, as always, the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we have a beer and talk music and guitars. Great way to kick kick off the weekend, I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.